Beep beep, everybody. Today we're going to look at the 1981 Topps set. The 1981 Topps set is a little special for me because my brother and I, over the course of, I guess the spring and the summer of 1981, used to go wandering off to the Wawa every Saturday morning, and we'd be there at like 8 o'clock in the morning buying packs of 1981 Topps. We might have bought a couple 81 Fleer, but I don't recall. I'm pretty sure I did. But we mostly bought Topps, and I almost completed the set. I think I was 3 cards short. I think years later I did find those 3 cards to complete it. It's all sitting around in one of those 800 count boxes. I used to have it in those 9 pocket pages when I was a teenager. So Nathan the Gnome, boop, boop, and our little orange guy say hi. We'll move them over. There's Cal with 4 pillows, and the other one, he's wearing earbuds. And today, Cal is listening to this group called Ruins and their album Symphonica. And let's get on with 1981. Denny Martinez is our first card we're going to look at today, and these will show some wear because these are from my pack pulling days. That's how old these are. And I love the design. Baseball cap, team name, position, in the colors of the uniform at the time. Pretty straightforward border. These do suffer from centering issues, and since they were well handled when I was younger, some of them will have some rounded corners, but we didn't beat up our cards too badly. The Topps name is in the baseball in the lower corner. The backs look like this. They have a multi-shaded, sort of like, it's not quite red, but a reddish color. They usually have some blurb here and a couple blurbs down there. When the players played a longer time, this will be filled up mostly with stats and they won't have blurbs. But this was early in Dennis Martinez's career. He would become much better known later on when he was with the Expos. And here's Dave Concepcion. And you can see that one has a pretty worn corner down there. So this one got handled quite a bit. Dave Winfield. These are what the Future Stars cards look like, and so this is a double rookie card of Hubie Brooks and Mookie Wilson. Juan Berenger, I do remember him playing, but he didn't play as long as these two, and these two had the more notable careers, so it's usually always been considered the Hubie Brooks / Mookie Wilson rookie card. Here's Ozzie Smith. This is his last Padres card. Raleigh Fingers, and this is his last Padres card. Still sporting the handlebar mustache. Tom Seaver. Jim Palmer, Pete Rose, Fergie Jenkins. This is the Charlie LeBrant rookie card. Andre Dawson, Carl Yastrzemski, Rod Carew, and on the 81 design, like in 80, 79, 78, going back, I think, a few more years. When they were in the All-Star Game lineup, they put a banner, pardon me, and this is what it looks like on the 81 design. The National League one will be a different color. I'm not off the top of my head, I don't remember what color that is, but we'll see soon. And as you can see, the blurbs are gone on this one because his career was pretty long at this point. This is the John Tudor rookie card. Probably more notable for some of his best years when he was with the Cardinals. And here's the Joe Charbonneau rookie card. He had a very promising career, but had a pretty serious injury, and he never recovered from it. He won the Rookie of the Year, pardon me, in 1980. You can see his stats there. He put up some pretty impressive numbers down in the minor leagues. But sadly, Joe Charbonneau had a very serious injury and never really recovered from it. And his career was it was over by the mid '80s. Hall of Famer Jim Rice. Second year card of Dan Quisenberry. His Hall of Famer Eddie Murray. Carlton Fisk. Last card with the Red Sox. Rich Gossage. And here's our leaders cards. This is batting leaders. That's George Brett and Bill Buckner in 1980. And Brett hit 390. Buckner 324. And poor Cecil Cooper, 352, would have led the league in almost any other year. But sadly, he had his 352 when George had his 390. Another pretty unknown player, Miguel Dillonay, had a 341 that year. Who remembers Miguel Dillonay? Home run leaders, that's Reggie Jackson and Ben Ogilvy, both tied with 41, and Mike Schmidt hit 48 that year. And here are your 1980 leaders. And Schmidt was way ahead of everybody else in the NL that year. Gorman Thomas was a close 38. Our runs batted in leaders for 1980 were Cecil Cooper and Mike Schmidt. And Cecil had 122 and Mike had 121. Not far ahead of Brett and Ogilvy with 118 and Al Oliver with 117. Stolen base leaders, Rickey Henderson and Ron LeFleur. And that year, Rickey had 100 on the nose, and Ron had 97, with Omar Moreno just one behind him with 96. You don't see stolen base numbers like that anymore. Here are our victory leaders, Steve Stone and Steve Carlton. Stone had 25 that year and Carlton 24. As you can see, there were 5 players in the American League reaching 20, with Tommy John, Mike Norris, Dennis Leonard, and Scott McGregor. And in the National League, Joe Niekro made 20. And his brother Phil is also on that list at 15. Leading fireman, Dan Quisenberry, with Raleigh Fingers and Tom Hume in the National League. And here they take the saves and relief wins and add them together to come up with points. Based on this, Quisenberry and Gossage tied for saves with 33. And in the National League, it must have been Bruce Sutter with 28. But Bruce Sutter didn't have as many wins as Hume and Fingers did. And here's the strikeout leaders of 1980. That's Len Barker and Steve Carlton. And Len led the AL with 187. Mike Norris was at 180, followed by Ron Guidry at 166. In the NL, Steve Carlton really took off with it with 286. Nolan Ryan was in second with 200, followed by Mario Soto at 182. Pardon me. Sinuses are giving me troubles today. There's Keith Hernandez. And I think there were 3 of these cards. I only have the one to show. And this is the AL Championships card. There's an NL one, and I think there's either 1 or 2 World Series cards. But right now, this is all I have in front of me. I know I have the other ones somewhere in a box, but I was unable to find them in time for this video. And that's George Brett. The 1980 World Series was the Royals against my hometown team, the Phillies. And it was the Phillies' first World Series win in their history. Pardon me. There's Reggie Jackson. Lance Parrish. Phil Niekro. Willie Stargell. Paul Molitor. Ken Griffey Sr., Dwight Evans. Oops, sorry, Deskquake. Let's get that camera straightened out. Alan Trammell. Here's the Bruce Hurst rookie card. He was a pretty decent pitcher during the 80s. Not sure what happened to Keith McWhorter and Reed Nichols. There's Hall of Famer Gary Carter. Dave Parker, and the NL All-Star banner is in a green. And record breaker cards. Pete Rose, most consecutive seasons of 600 or more at-bats, and that was 12 consecutive seasons. Oh, 13. He broke the record by Nellie Fox. I did not know Nellie Fox had that record. Steve Carlton, most strikeouts left-hander lifetime. And he broke the record held by Mickey Lolich. I wonder if Mickey Lolich would be a good Hall of Fame candidate. Johnny Bench, most home runs for a catcher lifetime. And he broke the record by Yogi Berra. Ozzie Smith, most assists by a shortstop in a season. And he broke the record that was formerly held by Glenn Wright back in 1924. And Mike Schmidt, most home runs by a third baseman in a season. And that previous record was held by Eddie Matthews, who had 47 back in 1953. Here's Barry Bonds' father, Bobby Bonds, late in his career. Steve Carlton. Dennis Eckersley. Don Sutton. Bruce Sutter. Gaylord Perry. Don Baylor. Bill Gullickson rookie card, and that one is badly centered. He had a few decent years in the 80s. Tony Perez when he was with the Red Sox. Jack Morris. Joe Morgan back when he was with the Astros. Bert Blyleven, clean shaven for once. Here's the Tony Pena rookie card. Both Vance Law and Pascual Perez did play for quite a while, but Tony Pena is the most notable on here. Great fielding catcher. Perennial All-Star, I believe. Tommy John. Mike Schmidt. Dale Murphy. Second year card of Ricky Henderson. Johnny Bench. This is the Jeff Reardon rookie card. He had a lot of saves, and I think a lot of people have forgotten about him. Check out his numbers on Baseball Reference. I would vouch for him as a Hall of Fame candidate. I don't know if he'll ever make it, but he didn't have as many saves as Lee Smith, but when he retired, he was up among the save leaders in career at that point. This is the Kirk Gibson rookie card. George Brett. Harold Baines rookie card. He's a recent Hall of Famer. Nolan Ryan, I believe this is his first Astros card in a base set. I believe there was another one that came out before this. I'd have to look that one up. It might be like one of those Coca-Cola cards or something like that. I can't remember. The Tim Raines rookie card. He's Hall of Famer. Not sure what happened to Roberto Ramos and Bobby Pate, but there's Tim Raines. And probably the biggest card of the set is the Fernando Valenzuela rookie. Strangely enough, he's not in the Hall of Fame, and several other Hall of Famers' cards are not valued as highly as this one. But this also doubles out as Mike Scioscia's rookie card. And not sure what happened to Jack Perconti, but Mike Scioscia and Fernando Valenzuela. And as a nice surprise, Topps came out with a traded set that was a separate issue that was in a small box. And these were only available through dealers. They did not issue these in packs. And I'm going to showcase these at the end of this video, starting right now. There's Bruce Sutter after he got traded to the Cardinals. And you'll see that it continues the numbering of the base set. The base set ended with 726. And this is card number 838. And oddly enough, Jeff Reardon was only with the Mets briefly and got traded to the Expos. So during his that previous card was his rookie card. I'm not sure what you would call this one, but it's very early in his career. And as you can see, the baseball cap looks like it has been painted over. His uniform probably too. I'm not sure what they used back then to do that. I don't know if it was airbrushing or not. But the Bruce Sutter one actually looks like it's a legit picture of him with the Cardinals. But this one looks like some kind of artistry has been used to cover over what uniform he's wearing. And you'll see that with a number of the Topps traded sets from back then. This is Tim Raines. They gave him his card by himself in the traded set, and this is something that will regularly occur through the traded sets through the 80s. And that card might actually be worth more than his actual rookie card. Gaylord Perry to the Braves. And Joe Morgan to the Giants. Carlton Fisk's first White Sox card. And there's Rollie Fingers' first Brewers card. And here's the first single card for Hubie Brooks. And Bobby Bonds, all with the Cubs. And Burt Blyleven later on grew his beard back, and here he is with the Indians. And this is the Danny Ainge rookie card. This was the first card featuring him. I think he is on an 82 card. It was confusing what they considered rookie cards or not. A lot of it had to do with Beckett made a decision that these traded sets were not actually rookie cards, and they called them XRC extra rookie card. I'm not sure if that's what that stood for. And they didn't consider them rookie cards because they were not available in packs, but you had to buy the traded set from a dealer. I don't know. I think that seems kind of lame to me. Whatever. I still consider if the traded set is the first card of the player, I still consider that the player's rookie card. Beckett be damned. Okay. Don Sutton with the Astros. And Dave Winfield's first Yankees card. And to finish it off, Fernando Valenzuela's first card with him by himself on the card. And I believe this is the most valuable card in the 81 Topps traded set. And the back looks like this. And they even updated it with Fernando had 5 shutouts through games of June 11, 1981. So that's probably around the time they started printing these. I don't know when they were actually available to the public, because I did not buy my box in 81. I bought it a year or two later from a dealer. I suspect it was either Renata Galasso or a place called Capital Cards, which I think was in New York. I got all my complete sets through the mail back then. I did not have a local card shop that I was aware of in the area, although we did have a couple card shows that was at some facility on Bustleton Avenue in Philadelphia, but I don't remember what the facility was called. But I vaguely recall we went to 3 card shows. I bought a 78 complete set from a dealer there, but all my other complete sets I bought through mail order they would send along a catalog, and you'd write them out a check. And back then I did not have a checking account. I was still a young teenager, and so I would give my dad cash from our lawn mowing earnings and stuff like that, and then he would write out a check, and then I'd mail it in, and it would get to you pretty quickly. Thanks a lot for watching. That was the 1981 Topps set. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, go ahead and click the like button. If you find my content interesting, weird, or something to make your day feel better, which I'd be happy if it did, I'd be happy to have you as a subscriber. You click the bell if you want to get notified of videos as they get posted. I try to do one a day. I've been pretty consistent with that right now, but as time goes on, I may start spreading it out. I've gone through quite a bit of material that I've piled up going back to last fall, and as I go through it, eventually I'll run out of it, and I won't be able to acquire enough stuff to have a video every day. Also, if you like this series I've done highlights of the 74, 78, 79, and 80 sets prior to this. I think I'm going to keep going with it and do 82 and 83. If you want to see more following that, leave a comment, and maybe I'll do some videos for 84, 85, and 86. I'm not sure if I want to dive into the junk wax era, because there are lots and lots and lots and lots of videos out there, including some of my own, where we've opened up stuff from the junk wax era, and that stuff is when you go to flea markets and antique malls, it's everywhere. It's all over the place. So you're probably a lot more familiar with that than these earlier sets, and that's why I wanted to showcase them. I don't know how many videos there are out of it, but hopefully it fills a hole if there is one. If not, then it's just a contribution to what else is out there. Thanks a lot for watching. If you've made it this far into the video, I appreciate you watching it the whole way through. I understand most people don't have that attention span, and they're gone within 30 seconds. And my the last time I checked, my videos are usually, people are bowing out around the 3-minute mark, and we're already about 25 minutes in. I guess people just are too busy to watch a video this far in, and they just want to sort of get a little feel for what's going on. And it's like, well, that's enough of that. It's hard to keep people interested for this long. I guess. I guess you need to be a real diehard collector to and find what they're saying is interesting. And admittedly, I'm probably pretty boring, but I try to, throw in a couple weird things like a plastic purple toilet. I don't know. I guess that only goes on for so long. Anyway, Nathan the Gnome, Boop Boop, and myself and the two cows wish you a happy day. Thanks again for watching. Stay tuned for more. Take care, everyone. Beep, beep.